This new wholesale real estate law was passed towards the end of last year, but now it's officially effective. So if you're wholesaling in this state, you have to abide by these rules. And so the state I'm talking about is the state of Ohio. And even if you're not in Ohio, this gives us a preview, right? A future glance at what's going to happen across America in regards to wholesale real estate laws. I'm going to share my screen with you all, and we're going to go over this law that was recently passed that now wholesalers have to abide by. All right, let's first just listen to this video.
A new law would protect homeowners from what lawmakers call misleading and predatory real estate offers. Senate Bill 155 was signed into law by Governor Mike DeWine in December, and now it takes effect. According to the Ohio Department of Commerce, real estate wholesalers are now required to provide a clear disclosure of their business model before entering into a contract with a property owner. Wholesaling is a practice in which licensed or unlicensed individuals
One interesting thing, they said business model. I never heard it. I heard that way before. I guess what they're trying to explain is the way you're approaching the seller. Like, you're not buying the house, right? The model that you're doing is you're trying to essentially sell the contract over to another investor. You're not buying the house. Somebody else is buying the house.
Contact a seller who may want to sell their property quickly, negotiate a price usually lower than the market value, and sign a contract to purchase the property. Now, to help protect you or a loved one, the Department of Commerce encourages you to be cautious of any unsolicited offers to buy property, especially those that involve urgency or pressure. Ask questions and request written documentation before signing anything, and consult with a trusted advisor, attorney, or family member before entering into any real estate agreement.
All right, so that's the end of the video. And so they have an article right here. So what are you all's thoughts on that video of, hey, we have this new law, it's become effective, right? Because they released this on March 2nd, a couple days ago. And so now it's effective, it's legally binding, and there are a ton of wholesalers in Ohio that are wholesaling. And so they have to abide by fully disclosing their business model, whatever that means, about wholesale real estate. And by the way, make sure you all like this video, subscribe, and comment down below. You saw that I went straight to this video. You know, I try not to do a lot of fluff in the beginning of my video, so I would really appreciate a like, a subscribe, or even a comment. So the law aims to remove misleading and predatory business practices that affect the elderly. So that's their whole pitch. They're trying to protect the elderly. And I agree with that, right? But you know, these laws are, you know, pushed through by the NAR, right? Realtors, right? And they see wholesalers as competitors. And so, of course, they're going to try to implement as many laws and regulations so they can cut out their competition, right? And so them saying, oh, we're just trying to help the elderly. It's all like, okay, you're trying to help the elderly? Are you really trying to do that? Or are you just trying to get a bigger paycheck? Maybe some of them are, but I don't think the majority are actually looking out for the elderly. But let's continue. Real estate wholesalers use a practice in which they contact someone who may want to sell their property quickly, opening them up to negotiate a lower price than market value. Okay? Market value? Yeah, a little bit, because obviously you're not going to give the same amount to someone whose house needs a lot of repairs, right? So, okay, I agree with that. After they sell the property to a wholesaler, they sell the property for above the contract price and take a profit. If a buyer is not found, the sale may not occur at all. This new law is a major step forward in protecting Ohio homeowners, especially older adults, from misleading or high-pressure real estate tactics that might be utilized by some wholesalers in engaging with sellers. And one interesting thing is this is for the whole state of Ohio. You know, I've seen some laws and regulations, it's only for a cities, only for counties, only for a certain part of the state, but this is for the whole state of Ohio. So by requiring wholesalers to clearly disclose their role and intentions, we're giving property owners the transparency they deserve and the opportunity to make informed decisions. Our goal is to ensure that no Ohioan is caught off guard by a contract they didn't fully understand, especially when it could potentially lead to the loss of their home equity and the property they've cherished for decades. Buyers must now provide a signed disclosure statement to property owners before executing a contract, and the homeowner may cancel the contract. To avoid predatory real estate wholesale models, Ohioans should be cautious of any unsolicited offers to buy their properties, especially if it involves urgency, pressure, ask questions, request written documentation, consult with a trusted advisor. Okay, all of these I do agree with. I do agree that there should be some sort of disclosures with wholesaling real estate, right? And even listening to some influencers, some YouTubers, and some of the cold calls that they had, and like they're about to close a deal with a homeowner, and they know the homeowner needs the money, right? And they already agreed upon the price, but a day or a week before they close, they say, hey, we have to cancel it. The only way we can keep it is if we drop the price another 10 grand, so they can make another 10 grand, and they're already making 20 grand. I remember seeing videos like that and just made me feel a certain type of way. It made me feel sick to the stomach, because I'm thinking, okay, you're already making your profit, you got to be true to your word, right? And they were just exploiting these people, right? In these situations. Yes, situations call for emergencies, and because you're in a certain situation, you're not going to get the highest price for your house, all right? Because you're in a rush, or their house needs a ton of work, whatever the reason. So you have to expect getting a lower price. Even if you list your property with an agent, you're probably going to still get a lower price if it needs a ton of work, or if you're in a rush, you just want to sell it right away. You're going to lower the price, right? So in the same way, off-market deals are done the same way. Yes, they're lower because there's no agent fees and you're able to negotiate better. But going back to my point, yeah, I didn't like seeing how some wholesalers on YouTube would exploit people like that. Like, yeah, don't do that at all, right? If you agree upon a price, you're making profit, you're making money. You don't have to, kick down the person even more in a situation. Yeah, and so overall, I do see disclosures that are needing to happen. Now, is it possible that they can just have it in their paperwork? Let's say you have a purchase and sales agreement, you have a disclosure agreement, and you just, okay, sign here, boom. Do you actually have to disclose it verbally, or can you just put it in your contract? But it seems like here they have a separate contract just for disclosures. So let me know you all's thoughts on this law in Ohio. Are you wholesaling in Ohio? Or have you seen changes happening even in your city or state? Let me know down below. All right, you all, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll talk to you all later.